Good morning, y'all. It's another beautiful day. So, if you've watched my recent shorts on YouTube, then you know this already. Our birdie hen Kuna. I just got out here and there's a dirt bug in my coffee. It's okay. Added protein. Our birdie hen Kuna hatched the duck egg. We were very surprised because I wasn't aware of how long they had been underneath her. Really? Hold on. I went to turn the air off and I also had to set my coffee or finish my coffee because some of y'all women out there like Jess and Jill from Whispering Willie, like y'all, I know how they do it when they walk around holding their camera and the coffee. I just don't have enough places to set stuff in my yard. I think that's my biggest problem. I need more areas to set stuff down. But back to what I was saying, Kuna has our sweet babies. Oh, sweet baby. And now I know before when I talked about them, I said I wasn't sure if I was going to let her take care of them or if we were going to pull them and brood them. She is being an absolute amazing mother. She's very tentative. Kuna is a mix between two types of chickens with a silky rooster, and her mama was a red ranger, kind of what we have out there, whatever you get from, you know, from Tractor Supply. Either way, she's being great. Even with the kids, Zoe and Wade will get in there. We do still have them separated from the rest of the chickens and ducks because I don't trust the ducks. The chickens I'm not too worried about, and I definitely keep a close eye on Oak. Another note, we'll do a little update and then I'll talk about what I want to talk about, and it has to do with making a list or keeping a planner. Let me give you an update on my green stalk too. Like this thing is, I think it's kind of exploded a little bit from the seeds I planted. There's some lettuce and then our carrots. There's a strawberry down there. Now this thing right here is lettuce. So in the Lowe's Foods and in the organic section they had, there's like a bowl with a little water thing on the bottom, and they literally had like a head of lettuce with roots that you buy and you cut and we use them for hamburgers. But I was like, I wonder how many people just throw this away. I mean, even whenever we get romaine lettuce, we will start them and try to plant them. Cabbages are doing, they're in the buckets. I did put some in the ground right there. There's the two cabbages, and then that's my my Brussels, my secret plant in the green stalk. I believe I planted two. For all you plant people out there who know by looking at a plant, can you guess what it is? Can you guess what I put in the green stalk to see if I could grow it in the green stalk or how well it would grow? Leave a comment down below and let's see who all could guess it. Our wicking bed with the cabbage in it. And there's we got some stuff in there. Our amazing thing is, what I really am excited to show you here is something that just has blown me away. And again, it's another reason why having a notebook and taking notes is important, because I've done one thing to our pumpkins, it's changed. I've done another thing thinking it'd be better. I think this has been working. I think this has not been working. But this pumpkin patch, you can see it. It has gotten bigger and has kind of exploded. And I'll show you. We've got so many pumpkins popping up now, and I'm just fingers crossed that they do well. But here they are. So let's count. Let's start with the big ones. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 big, the big pumpkin breed. And you can see they're out here on the ground, on the grass. Which, if you remember when I was talking about, oh, there's 7. Just so many. If you can remember when I was talking about it, I was worried about them being on the grass. If that was causing the, if that was allowing the vine borers in. But I do know that them being off of the chips, not necessarily the chips, but the ground cover under the chips has helped them, because they're able to put down runner roots off of these vines. I really want to say that being out has helped them. I'm still, even though I'm getting excited, I'm gonna keep an eye on them. Okay, look at this, I lied. Look at it, 8, 9. That's 9 big ones. Okay, now for the little one. Those 2 little cuties. 1, 2. One which the tendril's dead, so I'm gonna pull it off. 3, 4, 5. 5 of the smaller ones, and that's great. That's still cool. I'm sure more will pop up. Start over there. Yeah. And I did just find a little caterpillar. So, oh, 6 right here underneath me. 6. And then right here is a little caterpillar. So, y'all tell me. Don't know caterpillars, so I'll have to look it up. But in the meantime, y'all tell me if I should be worried about that little guy. I'd get even more excited because I just see another big one. So that's 10 or 11, 10 or 11, 12. Okay, I'm done. I'm done counting. It's too many to count. That's a good problem right now. Still got, oh, there's another one. Yeah, there's another big one. Okay, I'm done. I've been leaving them alone. I said I'm done with them. I'm just going to let them do what they do, and you know, we'll go from there. But again, this is why I'm going to talk about a planter. So I'm gonna make another cup of coffee. I'm gonna make another cup of, man, I cannot speak. I'm going to make another cup of coffee. I'm gonna sit down and explain why it's important to me that I have a planner and lists. Alright, do you ever get a song stuck in your head and it's just like continually plays? Like, I was even sleeping and singing the song. Chastity's been binge watching Friends. She has actually never seen it until she just finished it, so she started over. And Phoebe's song, Smelly Cat, I have no clue why it is stuck in my head right now, but it is. That smelly cat, what are they feeding you? You're welcome. I hope it gets stuck in your head. So, here's my little planner book. It's nothing fancy, of course. I mean, it's just a little spiral notebook. But I just want to talk about like why it's important to me and how it has helped me. Because especially working a full-time job, I can't remember everything. Writing it down helps me. And of course, I mean, this is nothing new to a lot of y'all because it helps a lot of people to write things down. So I'll write it in my planner for each day of like, hey, like you moved it on this day, you're off this day, you know, that's in your chore list to do. Because of how I'm off, you know, it's sporadic. I don't just get every weekend off. I have days off during the week, and so things like that go in it, along with, like I was mentioning with the pumpkins, like what did I do? What do I think went wrong? I talked to this person, and they're kind of giving me an idea of this, on what I could do better, or why this isn't working, or I watched a video. Like, I kind of have it on me. If it's not on me, it's near me pretty regularly, because especially with watching YouTube. I mean, YouTube is a platform for learning. So I'll take notes on watching people's videos because you'd just be surprised on how you'll hear something and you're like, I didn't think of that, or you'll see something and you're like, oh, I want to do that. And so I'll take a note. When it comes to like the planting, like planting of the garden, what I planted, when I planted it, where I planted it. You know, I've got, you know, my little small garden over there now, and of course I've got my markers in there for what I planted, where I planted it. So that's not so difficult, but when I planted it is important to me, just because last year you planted something at a certain time, and of course, you know, I didn't have something last year, so I'm really starting from scratch, and so over the years it's going to help me to look back of, okay, so it's starting to kind of feel like, so this is 2023, but the weather is kind of changing the same way 2021 did. So let me go back and look, and okay, I planted this at this time, and so now I can plant it here, because yet last year when I planted it at that time, it didn't do too well. I also use it for when I buy feed for the animals, because I'm unable to buy it in bulk right now, and so I get paid. You know, when I get paid, it's like, hey, all right, let's go get groceries and we have to get feed. First off, the scoop, you know, has pounds on it, so I know, like, okay, with the goats, I'm feeding them X amount of pounds per their weight, you know. So and then I can keep track about, okay, I've got 2 goats that weigh this much, and I'm feeding them this much, and this much in a bag, you know, 40-pound, 50-pound bag, and so I'm able to know about how often I'm going to have to buy food. The sun is that came up really quickly, so let me move. So better spot, got a little more time. Now I can't remember what I was saying. Why I use a planner and make lists, because it helps me to keep track of what's going on, because somebody just woke up. You say hey to everybody. Hello. Say good morning. Good morning. Say, what do we say at the beginning of videos? Yeah. Making lists helps me because I work a full-time job. You know, Chastity also works, and she's homeschooling, so responsibilities they have when it comes to feeding the chickens and the goats and stuff, if I'm not here, is to keep track of how much food is left. Not necessarily like they know, you know, how many scoops to give, but they need to let me know, hey, the bag's getting low. Time's changing. Eggs aren't coming as often as they have been. It's gonna get colder, so I have to keep track of like scratch feed, or how I'm going to feed them during the winter time to make sure they're warm at night. You feed them in the morning with layer feed them like scratch feed or higher grain feed in the evening right before they go to bed, help them stay warm, things like that. So it just helps me to write it down and date it, keep a list of it, so I know, all right, today, on this day, I noticed that I had 12 pumpkins. And this day, okay, some rotted off. Is it because of this? Did I notice anything different about the plant? You know, I kind of break it down in sections based on, you know, what I have growing. Things like that. It can be used anywhere. And that's why it's important to me, because it helps me. I am a very, like, my brain can go all over the place. I can be stuck in my own world, or I can be very attentive to what's going on, and I'm like, okay, I know I did this, I know I did this, and this is what I've got going on here. This is what I got planted out here, it's over here, I just did this. Or there could be days where I'm like, smelly cat, smelly, you know. Just, it changes, but I would highly recommend making lists if you're a first-time gardener like me. Even if I'm sure if you're an expert, or if you've done it for many years, you have, you know, your planners, your lists and stuff like that. But look at it. Mommy's got them hooked on Nightmare Before Christmas, and they've got their hoodies on. Show, bub. Can you show them? Little Jack skeletons. Whoop! Ah! wages, is it too? Careful. Watch your face. Look at y'all. He's got a growth on his head. I hope this helped you. I know it was all over the place. It kind of gets sporadic sometimes, especially when the kids come around. But thank you for listening to me. Thank you for hanging out with us right now. And hey, if there's stuff that you do that could help me, please, let me know. Comments. We're on Instagram, the Willowbrook Homestead. All the links and stuff for where you can find us. All the links and stuff where you can find us and contact us are in the description. And so we appreciate you. Thank you for being with us and helping us along the way. I look forward to growing and doing more. So y'all want to close us out? So I appreciate you.
Catch you in the next one. Bye.
Catch you in the next one.
Bye.